And I think these numbers just show exactly the genius of Donald J. Trump, the brilliant mind that he has.
You know, speaking of sycophants, I'm constantly, it seems every day at some point, I'm talking about the weird cult sycophancy, bootlicking lapdog nature of Republicans who talk about bold patriotism and freedom from tyranny and don't tread on me. All of this comes from conservatives, the same conservatives who just worship at the throne of their bold, strong, manly man, dear leader, Donald Trump. It's getting worse and worse as time goes on. I think the weaker and more insecure he feels, the more praise that he demands. And we're going to start with Kristi Noem, who just yesterday on Fox News doing an interview with John Roberts and the B or C teamer he had with him. And Kristi Noem goes into this thing about the brilliant mind of Donald Trump, the brilliant mind of Donald Trump. She says it with a straight face while she lives rent-free in a military house, her bills paid by the federal government. What other cabinet official has their rent paid by the federal government, by taxpayers? So it makes sense that she wants to kiss Donald Trump's ass, that she wants to massage whatever she massages on Donald Trump. And she's got a good gig. She wants to keep it. Watch her here, waxing poetic in the most Pyongyang North Korean way that you can about the dear leader.
We need all these other leaders to grow up and start sharing this information on these criminals that shouldn't be in our country in the first place and send them back home to face the consequences for their crimes. But one thing that John and Aisha that I want to talk about today is these incredible numbers that you just put at the top of this hit is that we have 1.6 illegal immigrants that have left this country voluntarily. And I think these numbers just show exactly the genius of Donald J. Trump, the brilliant mind that he has, that when he was elected in November, he knew he had to make America safe again. And he said, Kristi, if you're going to be my Homeland Security Secretary, we're going to follow the law. You're going to do commercials. You're going to tell the world that no longer will we tolerate people being in our country illegally and that they need to go home. And he messaged it strong. There were consequences if you broke the law and you were a criminal in this country and you needed to leave. And overwhelmingly, the world got the message. They're leaving on their own, which is the best thing for American citizens. Not only did 1.6 million people leave the United States that shouldn't be here, but also 2.5 million Americans became employed in the last 6-7 months. That's incredible growth for U.S. citizens that will benefit their families and the people who love this country, who were born here, who want to be employed, and now have new opportunities for success as well.
These numbers that she just quoted incorrectly, 1.6 rather than 1.6 million, these numbers show the brilliance, the genius of Donald Trump. That's embarrassing. No action that Joe Biden took as president revealed his great genius. They revealed a little courage, a little policy understanding, a little acumen about how to get things done, but it didn't reveal any genius. This is cultish, weird behavior that nothing can be said negative about the dear leader. Nothing. Do not speak ill of the cult leader. Do not. You will suffer retribution at the hands of MAGA. Donald Trump is truly a genius who must not be crossed. He has uncanny instincts, which is laughable, although it is something that the Secretary of State of these United States said just a couple of months ago about Donald Trump. Here is another cult member, if you'll remember this moment, from Marco Rubio.
I think, but ultimately, once the president makes a decision, his instincts are uncanny. And we have to appreciate that that's one of the things the people of the United States voted for, is a president who has incredible instincts about the right thing to do. And our job is to operationalize that. When he says, this is the direction I want to go, our job is not to spend all day trying to change his mind. Once he's made a decision, our job is to go out and make sure the president's orders are executed on. That's the way administrations work. When administrations fail is when you're filled or surrounded by people who don't agree with you, and so no matter what the president orders, spend their time trying to undermine him. We have a president who's been elected. He's been very clearly, I mean, as clear as anyone who's ever been elected, outlined what his views are on everything, including foreign policy. That's what the people of our country voted for. That's how our republic works. And our job is to go out and operationalize, execute on the president's vision based on really uncanny instincts.
Well, and I think that's...
You heard that, right? As advisors, our job is not to advise Donald Trump. It's just to see that his uncanny instincts are brought to life. What? And look, it's not just media, or it's not just government officials. It's media. It's state media, which is now Fox News, Newsmax, OAN, Breitbart, the New York Post, Wall Street Journal in many cases. All of these conservative outlets do the same thing where they worship at the throne of the dear leader for fear of retribution. We've seen what he's done to CBS. We've seen what he's done to other lawsuits where people are settling, Paramount, all of this, ABC. They're afraid of him. We've seen Jake Tapper turn tail, bend the knee, kiss the ring. Morning Joe, same thing. Them racing to Mar-a-Lago to kiss Donald Trump's ass even before he took office. And Fox News might be chief among them, hiring Donald Trump's daughter-in-law as an anchor. All of Donald Trump's staff is just impregnated within the ranks of Fox News. It's all very incestuous and gross. But here, remember this moment where Fox News was saying that, look, if Donald Trump doesn't get the Nobel Prize, then it's totally worthless. It's meaningless if Donald Trump doesn't get one, because of all the peace that Donald Trump has brought to the world and to the nation.
So there's a lot to be done to bring peace, but no one can say this guy has not tried and that he's not just more deserving of a Nobel Peace Prize than any other leader on the planet Earth, and certainly more than Barack Obama, who did nothing and got the prize.
Who ran a political campaign and then got a Nobel Peace Prize. In a normal world, of course, Donald Trump would have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
If he doesn't get a Nobel Prize, the Nobel Prize becomes meaningless. So
It may already be, but...
Yeah, he might revive it if they give it back.
Yeah.
Maybe the most shocking thing to me is that these people who are rational, clear-thinking, free thinkers with agency, does she really believe? Do they really believe? This is the overarcher, I guess. I don't understand it. Given all that we know about Donald Trump and his intellectual incuriosity, his lack of intellect, his lack of even being able to speak at a high school level or a junior high level, I mean, he speaks at like a second grader. And they still act like he's an uncanny genius with instincts, and they're claiming things that did not take place, that will not go down in history as true. Donald Trump didn't end any wars. He is not qualified or capable for the Nobel Peace Prize or the Nobel Prize in Economics, which is another thing I'm not going to play here because the video is going too long. Was it Larry Kudlow or was it Peter Navarro? One of these. I mean, they all blend together, but also said because of Donald Trump's tariff policy, he should probably be considered for the Nobel Prize in Economics. It's just, anyway, I don't know, but I'd love your opinion. Comment below, call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. Of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. And one more ask before you go, make sure you're subscribed to this program on YouTube. It is free to do so. Just click the subscribe button and join the army of subscribers who watch this show on a daily basis. I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Don't be a sycophant. Disagree when a disagreement needs to be shared. Be genuine. Take care of one another.